Hello, everybody, and good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, wherever and whenever you are listening to this recording. I am inspired today to make a recording about the true meaning of Christmas. Christmas is such a special holiday, and it's celebrated all throughout the world in so many different countries, but it's often misunderstood for what its purpose is. I will say right off the bat that Christmas is not about celebrating the birthday of somebody who was born a few thousand years ago, but rather it is about setting a day aside to remember the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is that we have two minds, you could say. We have our right mind and we have our wrong mind, or we could say we have our sanity and our insanity. Our sanity is when we are remembering the truth of who we are, which is that we are pure spirit and that we are all one mind and we share one heart, that we are the substance of all things, and in fact that we are the all. The wrong mind, or the mistaken mind, is the belief that we are separate from that. It's the idea that we are separate from the all, or separate from love, or separate from spirit. When we are in our right mind, we remember that at the center of all things is love, is connection, is mind, is the heart, and that we are all one. And the deep truth that connects all of us is that on the inside we all desire the same thing, which is reunion with the truth of ourselves, with the truth of love, with the truth of peace, with the truth of the all. Christ is a word from the Greek that means Christos, and Christos means anointed. And anointed means the flame of remembering, the alignment with the divine principle of the truth of who we are. Christmas Day is a day that the collective has set aside in order to remember the truth of who we are, which is peace, love, pure spirit, oneness, that we are not separate, that we are not the body, but we are the mind, we are spirit. It's a day to remember that we are love. The reason that we use the Christmas tree is because the tree, especially the pine tree, or especially even the cedar tree, is a symbol of the pineal gland, the third eye, which is believed to be the organ in the body that opens us up to our connection. It is a symbol of the organ of the body that when it is alighted, when it is lit up, and when it is activated, we remember the truth of who we are, our oneness with each other, our oneness as divine consciousness. And so we celebrate with the Christmas tree, which means that we remember ourselves and the reality that we are pure spirit. And the way that we demonstrate that through the body is that we give gifts to each other because we remember that we are all one, that nobody is above anyone else or beneath anybody else, but we truly are the same on the inside. In fact, we are the same substance, and the body is truly an illusion. And so we celebrate that awareness by being the embodiment of love, the remembrance of our truth on that day. And truly, as we abide in the body, we are only capable of either expressing love or crying out for love. Everything that we ever do is either a cry for love or an expression of love. And on the day that we devoted to being aligned with the truth of who we are, we light up our third eye, or our connection with our remembrance of the truth of who we are, and we express that by giving gifts of love, by being the embodiment of love. It's a beautiful celebration and a beautiful remembrance. In reality, our greatest joy would be in remembering that every day, in fact every moment of our embodied existence, if we could always light up our pineal gland or our memory of the truth of who we are, and we could always remember to be an expression of love rather than a cry for love. And then we wouldn't have to set a day aside to remember that. But as long as we continue to forget, we have a day to remember. And that is truly sacred. But I encourage every single one of you, including myself, to remember that truth every single moment of this entire experience of being a body, or rather having a body-mind. Two minds, one part that is the body or the illusion, and the other part that is the reality and the truth. The greatest thing that we can do in every moment of our lives is to bring the awareness of the truth of who we are into the physical body. And what that looks like is the expression of love. As long as we are asleep to the truth of who we are, we live in the illusion, and we believe that the world around us is real. We believe that the body is real, and we are devoted then to loss and death and fear and all of the things of the formed world. But when we decide to light up our memory, the truth, the peace inside of who we really are, then we remember that only love is real, and we become a full expression of that. And I wanted to add that what it feels like on the inside when we remember the truth of who we are is it feels like deep peace. And the greatest joy, the whole purpose that we exist in these bodies is to experience inner peace. Inner peace no matter what we're experiencing, no matter what seeming trial that we're in the middle of, whether we're experiencing death or fear or loss or even war, pain, separation, all of the illusions of this dream. When we realize that it's an illusion and we open ourselves up to the truth, to the remembrance that we're not separate, that we are love, and that everybody and everything is our brother and our sister and is equal to us, and everything is worthy of love, then we become only an expression of that, and we experience inner peace in every moment. So my blessing and my prayer for all of us is that we experience every day and every moment the profundity, the joy, the purpose for existence, which is abiding in the deep inner peace that we are, and that through that inner peace we extend and we express only love, and that we live radiant and beautiful lives, awake, not asleep to the dream of death and separation, but awake to the aliveness of love, of connection, of consciousness, of the Buddha mind, of the Christ mind, of the love mind, of the peace mind. May we all awaken today, and may this Christmas be enlightened with the truth of who we are, and may we carry Christmas as our inner state all the time and in every moment. And before I close this out, I wanted to say that I have decided that I'm going to call it Peace Mass, not Christmas, because Christmas carries the connotations of too much of religion and separation and wars and fighting and chosenness and things that have nothing to do with reality, but only with the dream and the illusion. And so instead, I want to call it Peace Mass, which seems like a much more accurate word for the day. Because at the center of all of us is peace. And the thing that we have when we remember the truth of who we are is peace. The place that we abide is peace. And what we extend to the world is peace. So, may everybody experience a blessed and beautiful, enlightening and profound Peace Mass this season. And may you extend it to your everyday and every moment for the rest of seeming time, until you dissolve again into the oneness of love and the truth of who you are. Namaste.